Hey gremlins, it's Evermay, and guess who's back?
It's me!
It's Marie! She came back, she loved us so much, she decided to return.
It was such a fun time. Thank you so much. I had the best time.
Oh, me too, I loved it. That's why I was like, we've got to do it again. And then the last few days, I'm like, we so have got to do this again. There's so much weird stuff happening.
Very much, yes.
But,
all of it.
Yes. I'm like, are we in the same planet right now? Because this is not what I thought this was going to be like.
Yeah, you have to, it gets so crazy. It's like I just want to leave the planet.
Yes. And I was hanging to VK, and he's like, yeah, you have to juggle people. And I was like, I can juggle people, but I'm used to customer service where it was like call center. So it was one person at a time, not, what are we at, 96, 97 people?
Yes.
Thereabouts. And
all
so it was like, we gotta balance all of them?
All of them, all at once.
And make them believe we know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
They've got to have
level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially us with the extra titles.
Yes. It has to be super high. I mean, it's crazy. Last night, I actually had to step away from the chat because it was so much.
Oh gosh, that's not good.
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed like a lot.
Yeah.
Was happening. I don't know how Mila can navigate all of the conversations. She's has like 10 of them going at once.
Yeah, she's really good at it, but she's also played games forever.
Yeah.
So, by this level, like, to her, we're the noobs.
Yes.
In this regard. Because I'm even like, I know there's a chat going that said this at some point, and I'm going to have to go back and look at it. And then completely and utterly forget that I was going back to look at something. And then in mid look back, go, what was I doing? And start scrolling the other direction. All of a sudden, I'm like, no! I remember now!
So like I said, it was just, I had to go someplace and just stop reading. I tried.
Yeah.
And it was becoming a lot.
Yeah.
But it was good to see that happening because that chat has been so quiet for so long.
It needed VK to come in, and that was one thing he had said when I first ever had in my interaction with him. And this was before I was R4 anything. And the first interaction with him, he was like, yeah, I really want to make sure to open up chat. It's boring and no one's going to want to stay and do anything if there's no one to chat to. Half the fun of the game is the community part of things.
True.
And so that was one thing he made perfectly clear before he even asked me to become diplomat.
Okay. And it's true. People, you saw it perfect yesterday. Last night was a perfect example of it. And usually that doesn't happen unless we're running SCAR.
Yeah.
And last night, it was just a regular day. Versus was happening, but still, it was just another Friday.
Yeah.
And everybody's on talking about everything.
Yeah.
And it makes me smile to see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like at one point I'm like, let me go away. I'm going to go hide over here.
Yeah. I as soon as it starts getting too bad, I dip. I go either do something else and then decide that whatever I miss, is what I miss, and I'm not going to scroll back and read it. Or I will do it later and go back and read everything to get more of an understanding of what the heck I was talking about.
Yeah, unless somebody actually tags you in a chat.
Exactly.
Specifically calls you, and then it's, okay, so I have to pay attention now.
Yeah, well, and that was one of the things with Mila becoming the silent R4.
Yeah.
Was that she was going to help with that because she understands we're all kind of pulled in different directions. And especially VK now that he's back, being R5. So her sole, real big thing to help VK is to, hold on, stupid call.
Get that chat.
But,
get that chat going.
Yeah, is to get the chat going and to also notify, add us in chat if we're being referenced or we need to come in because something's happening.
Yeah.
And
okay.
She's going to be doing that, especially for VK. Because it's got really bad to where I felt so bad that I would hop into chat and not have a clue what I was doing and have to scroll back so far that by the time I got to where I was when I started scrolling back was now part of the back history.
Yes.
And so I was like, I've got to do something to help, and she wanted to help and be, part of it, and she already was being told everything anyway by, who.
Yes.
And so, they, I was like, we were talking to her about everything anyway.
Yeah.
So it was one of those, Might
as well make it happen.
It's like, let's just make it legit. And I told VK about it, and he was like, okay, cool. And then I sent the message to everybody about it, and I was like, well, everybody that needs to know, because she doesn't want everybody knowing.
Right.
Which is why she's not becoming an official R4.
That makes sense, because you know how touchy some people can be.
Exactly her point was, you don't know what I can find out by not being an R4.
Yes.
That you have no chance in hell finding out.
Right.
And I was like, that's a very good point. You win. Okay, you're silent R4 now.
She's a good pick. She was a very good pick for that.
Yeah. Well, and VK, because we had talked about it, about how good Mila was to the chat. And I was loving how helpful she was being just in chat and, with who. And so, I was like, I love her. How do I bring this up to him? But I don't want to bring it up to him while he's on vacation. I'll wait until he's back. Meanwhile, he's on vacation. He messages me one time while he's online. He goes, what are your thoughts on Mila? I was like, this is why you and I are number 1 and number 2, because we do this all the time.
Yeah.
We will have the same thought and be typing the exact same thing. And, yeah.
He's a people person.
He is, and he's the sweetest man ever.
He is.
He almost gave me a heart attack last night. Oh my gosh.
What happened?
So, we were saying our goodbyes, and all of a sudden there was a bunch of stars across the thing from him. And I'm like, please tell me on Lord, you did not just curse.
Yeah.
Please, I need you to do this for my soul. Tell me you did not just curse. And I was dying. And he goes, no, I wasn't cursing. I do not curse. I said, I can't see you cursing, so for you to come across with a bunch of stars, I had to, like, stop and check because either something was happening and I needed to, like, do some quick Googling to find out exactly where you are because I know everything about them, you know, name and everything.
Yeah.
So I can, like, find him and get ambulance to him.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know, not that that's the purpose of me knowing any of that information, but I can Google somebody and find them. You know, if I need to find 911 for them, I'll do that for any of my friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will bend over backwards for my friends. The ones that aren't my friends, you can kiss my ass.
Right.
So, but, yeah.
So they just censored him because they had nothing better to do?
Well, he said, I don't remember what it was, but it was really technically innocent.
Right.
But because the two words that are innocent apart can sometimes be construed when put into, like, a full sentence. But when they're put together, they're still pretty innocent.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I get it. It looked like it happened this morning, too.
So, I was just like, oh my goodness. Please.
That's funny.
I was begging. And I don't... We won't get into religion, but, you know, I was like, please just make sure he did not curse. I'm on too much medication. My heart meds aren't until the morning. Come on, please do not do this to my blood pressure.
Yeah, he doesn't strike me as the type.
No, he is such the grandpa person.
Yeah.
I love him to pieces and will do anything to protect that man.
Yeah.
My village will go down first. So, yeah. But, yeah, my village will go down first before his will ever do anything.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way towards him.
Yeah.
They're very protective of him.
Yeah. Which is good, because you need that in an R5.
You do. Mad respect from all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, when MK visited us and addressed him as Sir.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, shoot, okay. And everybody that has heard of him, that comes into the alliance for visits or whatever, you know, they address him in a way that shows respect. It's not like everybody calls him Sir, but their way of speaking changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
they
it's
show
like
that little level of, you know.
Yes.
I understand. Yeah, I understand your position. We're still going to bullshit back and forth, but I understand your position.
Yeah, I mean, you see the way they talk on a daily in state.
Yeah.
And when, like, what's her name from WTK came, when she was the governor.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, it's like her demeanor was, yes, I too am an R5, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you. I see
Yeah.
you and acknowledge you.
Yeah.
Because of the moves he makes and the way he makes those moves.
Well, and he shows respect for you, period. Not just, you know, he treats you like a human.
Yes. Or like a human would want to be treated.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
How a human should be treated. There we go.
Right. Yeah. And people recognize that, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he knows how to navigate, and that I'm just gonna take my time.
Yeah.
And see what happens. He doesn't rush it.
No.
And that's a sign and form of respect too.
Yeah.
So you gotta recognize that.
Yeah.
And he's really good at it.
He's excellent at it.
Yeah.
That's like his bread and butter, or should be his bread and butter.
Yeah. I think he might get worn out by it if that was something he did on a regular.
Oh, yeah. But no,
Yeah.
if he had to perform it, he does it naturally.
Yeah.
But if he had to perform it to a crowd, to be like, this is what I do, this is who I am, this is, you know, whatever, or even to feel like he had to perform being himself, he would never do it.
No.
He would burn out in like 3 minutes.
I think so.
Yeah.
So it was like nice to see him so relaxed while he was on vacation and would pop in.
Yeah.
And he's actually chatting with people like a regular person.
Yep.
Yeah. It was nice to see that. I think he needed a break.
He did. He really did. And, you know, I think he realized how much he needed that break.
Yeah.
And that even if he's not going anywhere, he needs to probably take that time.
Yep.
So.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I keep saying, this is for most of us, it's a second job.
Yeah.
But it's a fun job.
It is. And as long as it stays fun,
yeah,
that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as it crosses that line into feeling obligated, then that's when I start going, okay, maybe I need to like cut my hours back. So.
Yeah, just step back from it. It's because that's not what it should be.
Right. And that's exactly what I think between the three of us, you know, tag teaming positions and roles and doing all that stuff for the upper management, then I think, you know, we can avoid that for all three of us.
Yeah.
Which in turn will help avoid that for everybody below, or next to us, I should say.
Yes.
That, you know, because we're not stressed, we're not being irrational or being a little crazy with doing, you know, let's do this strike here. No, but let's do this strike here, and then let's do, and it's like, whoa, what? Huh?
No, I like the way we bounce things off each other and then take it to everybody else to get their feedback on it.
Yeah.
And because you get so many good points
we
might have missed.
Well, and the thing is, it's done in tiers, just like the rank stuff. It's done in tiers as far as, you know, we take it to all the alliance. That's one tier.
Right.
You know, they get their opinion. We get to get some insight of what we're doing good, what we're not doing so good. You know, what they're wanting, kind of that kind of stuff, which is where the polls and stuff come into place too.
And some of those really surprise me.
You'd be surprised what my brain can think.
But no, not the polls, but just the replies you get. Like, I did not realize we have so many battle-hungry people.
Yeah, neither did I.
I was like, whoa, look at you guys.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, let's fight. Let's go beat them up.
But from what I hear, especially with RKZ people, they that's their way of doing things, is they fought a lot. So to come here, it's kind of like, Fort Med or whatever it's called, Fort Meade, whatever. The club where you stick your feet up on the.
We're Fort Tranquility.
Yes, we're Fort Tranquility.
But there's that underlying layer we have that you don't want to see.
Yeah, it's one of those, we may seem boring, but cross the line on that bonfire.
Yes.
And you will see what that bonfire really was that you crossed.
Yeah, like, I forget her name, that was hit yesterday.
Oh.
And I think she had the coordinates for the person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let me go find her. And then I said, if I find her, I got dibs. And then
I saw that.
What's his name came in. He's like, you want to race? So it kind of lets them see.
Yeah.
That, you mess with one, you mess with all of us.
Yeah.
And we have your backs, especially the ones with the lower numbers, because it almost made, the way she put it, it almost made me feel like she felt like, well, they're bigger than me and there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
So what, that's what it is. And it's like, no.
Yeah. Okay.
You have
let's hold that thought. You. Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Okay, let's hold that thought. We're going to stop this one and start a new one.
Okay.
Okay, gremlins, we'll be right back. Bye!